Hello! In today's video, I wanted to talk about my top 6 most favorite perfumes. If you're interested to find out which ones those are, go ahead and keep on watching. I chose 6 instead of 5 because I could not narrow it down to just 5 because there was 6 that I'm looking over here because they're right here. There was 6 that I just had to add on my list, and yeah, they're just special to me, and they're perfumes that I've actually had for a while, so I'm not going to be talking about any of my newer perfumes. These are perfumes that I've repurchased and perfumes that have been with me for over 2 years, and every time I have a big declutter session, these are the ones that I don't even think about getting rid of. Like, they are gonna stay with me until I finish the bottle, and then I will move on to a brand new bottle. The very first perfume I'm gonna talk about is a perfume that I haven't spoken about on my channel since my perfume collection, and it is this one. It is Marc Daisy. It is Marc Jacobs Daisy. It's the very iconic bottle with the huge, really adorable flower, like daisy flowers on top, and this perfume smells like spring, essentially. And I've mentioned it before, it smells like you're laying down in a green meadow, and you have the sun in your face, and you have like a nice little breeze on your face. This is what that smells like. And yeah, I've had this bottle for a really long time, and like over 2 years, and it really, like, I still have a lot of it left. This is the 3.4 fluid ounce, and then the notes of this, mainly violet leaf, and then like strawberry and a little bit of citruses in there. To me, this just smells so fresh and invigorating, and it smells youthful and like new beginnings. It smells like optimism in a bottle, essentially. Marc Jacobs Daisy, like, what more can I say? It's a classic. Yeah. The next perfume I'm going to talk about is this one, and I've raved about this perfume in the past. This is Burberry Body, not the tender version. This is the original version, and the bottle just looks like this. It's a big, like, octagon shaped crystal bottle, and the bottle's like whatever. It's not my favorite. It's not my least favorite, but let's talk about the scent in here. The scent is clean, warm, and fuzzy peaches. It's a nice little fuzzy peach with some green notes in there and a little bit of like soapiness and a little bit of floral. And then there's also rose in here and sandalwood and cashmere and amber. It's just like a really nice peachy, warm fragrance with a little bit of that fresh greenness in it, and I think that's what makes it so versatile, and so it makes me feel really fresh and clean at work. But it's also very comforting, and I think it has to do with the sandalwood and the amber of the fragrance. That is why I love this perfume. This perfume gets me a lot of compliments at work. It smells really fresh and clean. I've had this one I don't know how long I've had, but this is, I think, my 3rd or 4th bottle of this, because I spray it like a body spray, and it lasts me all day long. It smells forever. And if I had a signature scent, it would be this one, because I've had times when I let someone borrow a sweater, like at work, and they're like, oh, it smells like you. It smells like fresh, it smells like you. And I believe this is what they're talking about. So if you want to smell like a warm, fuzzy peach with a little bit of fresh green notes in it, get this one. So this is Burberry Body. On to a more warm fragrance. No surprise, I'm going to talk about this. This is Mon Guerlain by Guerlain, and this perfume is, I've spoken about this perfume also 1,000 times. Big shocker, because it's one of my favorite perfumes. What can I say? This perfume smells like I could even smell it right now. It smells like a musky, warm rose, kind of floral, vanilla smell. This smells just so floral and so warm and vanilla and musky. I think that's what makes it smell like musky. It's the sandalwood that gives it kind of like a wooden, musky fragrance, and then on top you do have lavender and rose and vanilla, and it just smells like that. It smells herbally, and vanilla and sandalwoody. Like those are like the notes that I get, and it smells really nice. It smells like a hug, an elegant woman. It smells like a mother, like a wife. It smells comforting. It smells like this perfume has your back. You know, it smells like really comforting, and that's something I really love about this perfume. This is a really good fragrance also for layering. I have topped a lot of fragrances with this perfume, and I have layered this with a lot of other perfumes as well. So this never lets me down. If I want to make a fragrance a little more feminine, I will add this on top, and it smells incredible. And this is my first bottle of this. I have a second bottle as backup, and yeah, I'm going through this fairly quickly. So yeah, that is Mon Guerlain by Guerlain. Alright, so I just changed the battery of my camera, so if I'm a little askew from what I was before, that's the reason why. The next fragrance I'm going to talk about is this one. This is My Way Intense by Giorgio Armani, and this fragrance is also very warm and comforting. I think that's something that all of these fragrances have in common, is that they're very comforting. Even though like Marc Jacobs Daisy, that's a very spring perfume, it's still comforting and optimistic, and like I said before, it's like new beginnings. This one is also very warm and comforting, and it just smells like a friendship. Like it smells like a loving friendship, and I could see myself giving this to a friend if it wasn't such an, what is the word, like ostracizing scent. You know, it's so like you either love or you hate tuberose, and this perfume has tuberose, orange blossom, vanilla, and sandalwood, and together it creates such a warm and delicate fragrance, and I think that you either hate it or you love it. So it just reminds me of like a very trusting friendship, and there's something about it that makes me feel kinder and very soft. And yeah, I think that's why I love this fragrance. A lot of these fragrances are things that I aspire for in life, and that's just like love and friendship and camaraderie and kindness, and you know, very optimistic fragrances, and soft and warm. You know, they're not really like bad bitch fragrances. They're just, because I don't need that, more of that energy, because I have that energy, believe it or not. Like in my professional setting, I already have that energy, but these fragrances are more comforting and more soft and warm, and that's what My Way Intense is. Like I said, it has just orange blossom, tuberose, vanilla, and sandalwood, and yeah, this is a fragrance that I completely fell in love with. I had bought a travel size version of it off Mercari, fell in love completely, that I ended up buying a brand new bottle retail price, and this is the intense version. I've never smelled the original, so I can't compare it, unfortunately, but yeah, it's just one of my most favorite fragrances and one of my most worn. Even though this is my first bottle, you really don't need a lot of this perfume because it is pretty strong, and it's long lasting. A lot of these all of these fragrances, except the Marc Jacobs, all of these fragrances are long lasting and they last forever. They project really well. Marc Jacobs Daisy, I do carry it around in my bag. If I'm wearing it for the day, I do carry it in my bag and I spray it. And it's also the one that's most recognizable. A lot of people, when I wear that, they're like, oh, you're wearing Daisy. Yeah, I am. But this one, this one has also given me the most compliments out of all of my perfumes, and people just love it too. And so this is My Way Intense by Giorgio Armani. Not the last perfume, but second to last perfume I'm going to talk about is this one. This is Chanel Allure, and I had like a smaller version of this and I used it up, and so this one is like the bigger bottle. This perfume smells very similar now that I'm smelling it. It smells very similar to Burberry Body, in the sense that it's very like warm and peachy, except this has a very like rich cosmetic smell to it, and I think that's part of the Chanel DNA of it. Looking up the notes, it has quite a few notes. It has vanilla, peach, orange, jasmine, bergamot, magnolia, cedar, rose, vetiver, orange blossom, peony, and lotus. So basically a bunch of flower notes, a bunch of like citrusy notes, peach, vanilla, and then like vetiver and cedar. And this perfume, it smells very luxe. It smells very rich. Kevin gives me a lot of compliments on this. Kevin is my husband. He does give me a lot of compliments on this perfume when I wear it. Yeah, it's very just warm, and I was gonna put some on right now, but yeah, let me just put a little bit on. Yeah, this perfume just smells really rich and luxe and peachy and a little soapy, but it just smells like a really nice kind of face powder, like a compact, you know, it's a nice gold packaging, and you put it on your face and it smells powdery and peachy and very like elegant. This is what that smells like, and every time I wear it I feel really good. This is one of my fragrances that I wear when I'm going somewhere nice and fancy. This is what I wear. This and Gucci by Gucci, I think it's called. Yeah, these, oh, Gucci Guilty. So this one and Gucci Guilty are perfumes that Kevin compliments a lot, and perfumes that I wear when I'm going somewhere fancy, because I feel like that's the occasion that it calls for. And just look at the bottle. Basically, like, this perfume, it's kind of misleading. It smells like it would be like a patchouli bomb, but it's actually very soft and peachy and soapy and florally, and yeah, it smells like the sun. It smells like a nice warm, it's like a peach that's being hit by the sun. It just smells really nice and like encouraging. Yeah, so that is Allure by Chanel. Last but not least is a perfume that I don't talk about a lot. It's so delicious. It's so delicious, so gourmandy, so absolutely warm, and it is Kayali Vanilla 28. I know that some people don't like this perfume, but I completely adore this perfume, and I feel like the longer I've had it, the more like ebony the juice gets, and this perfume smells like fresh baked cookies coming out of an oven. And I've said that before, and one of my close girlfriends, she actually told me that it does smell like fresh baked cookies coming out of an oven. And not just any cookies, this is like chocolate chip cookies, you know, this is like the best of the best. If you want to smell, this was actually my wedding scent, believe it or not. And when I hugged people at my wedding, like, they told me I smelled so yummy, and it was this, because I have like a small travel size version of it. And yeah, this is the biggest like gourmandy perfume I've ever had. I've smelled a lot, but this is the one that I haven't gotten sick of. Like, I got sick of Juicy Couture Gold Couture. I got sick of that. I got sick of what is it called? That pink sugar perfume. I got so like grossed out by it eventually, but this one is the one that gets me a lot of compliments. Everyone tells me like, what are you wearing? You know, like, this is that perfume. So yeah, this is one of my most used perfumes. This is one of my most complimented perfumes. This is just a fragrance that I don't regret buying and I love so much, and I'm gonna keep this in my collection forever. And that was Kayali Vanilla 28. Alright, so that wraps up my top 6 most favorite perfumes, most warm perfumes. These are the perfumes that will stay in my collection maybe forever. Yeah, if you liked this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe. I do make a lot of perfume videos on this channel. And let me know, what is your most warm perfume? I want to know what perfume has your heart. Every time you wear it, you feel fantastic, you feel good in, you know, you will die on that hill of fragrance. All right, so let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see everyone again next time. Bye!